And now it's on to the skater from Japan, Yuna Shiraiwa.
Sur la glace, représentant le Japon.
On the ice, representing Japan, Yuna Shiraiwa.
Made her senior level Grand Prix debut just this past week on the home ice in Japan, was 8th at the Grand Prix of Japan. Now just her second event after spending the last few years on the junior circuit, as she looks to gain more valuable experience and climb up the rankings here today in Grenoble.
Skating to Debussy's The Girl with the Flaxen Hair. She said she wanted something quiet and gentle for her short program. She was inspired by Finland's Kira Korpi to skate to this, and look at her flow across the ice. Such ease. Triple Lutz, triple toe. As well as the marks for technical difficulty. Her first jumping pass will pick up the quality marks from the judges. It can award from a +3 to a -3. Jumping passes in the second half get an extra 10%.
Tracy, how difficult is it for someone like her, a young skater, just making her debut at this level on the Grand Prix and skating in back-to-back Grand Prix events, last week in Japan and now after the long flight this week in France?
It's actually very difficult. It's a good point. Steps here into her triple flip. She didn't have her best outing at home in Japan, and perhaps has gone back and thought about it, learned from that experience. A natural ease across the ice. She calls herself a real technical skater and is trying to bring emotion to her program, and I'd say she's done a really good job of that. You know, the expression tells the story, doesn't it? Beautiful skate by Yuna. I like that program, and a great strategy by her and her coach. The gentleness and clearly expressing both physically, facially, and the numbers that really count and tell the story up in the left-hand corner. Those are the technical scores. She is clearly the leader at this point.
And still a high school student back in Japan, where she lives and trains. Will turn 16 years of age a week from this Sunday.
There are only 2 spots for Japanese women at the Olympic Games. The Japanese Association has said the champion will for sure go to the Games, but the results here, the scores on the Grand Prix circuit, it's quite an intricate path to award the skater who will get the second spot. But very important, their scores here, their placements on this Grand Prix circuit, and she did a lot in that performance to help her cause.
There are some other skaters on the Japanese roster who are clearly ahead of her at this point. She would be an outside contender, you'd have to say.
And outside, there's she's one of 8 shooting for it. Higuchi right now is looking like that skater, but of course it's the one who wins the title that has cemented the spot. And we've watched in this sport, Steve, and you have over these past weekends. Anything can happen in that one competition. So that unexpected skater rises up at nationals and everything changes.
Seen a lot of surprises.
Top scorer this year in the 80s. Yuna's personal best is just under 63 points.
Les scores pour
The scores for Yuna Shiraiwa.
le score technique. 36 points.
Ah, look at that score. Season's best by a mile and a personal best.
Total de 66,05. Elle réalise ainsi
So our
son
new
meilleur
leader,
score de la saison. Ce qui la place
the
provisoirement
15-year-old
en
from
première
Japan,
position.
as we work our way through Group 1 here in the ladies short program at the Grand Prix of France in Grenoble.
Currently in first place.
Thumbs up and a fist bump at the same time from her coach.